Alright boys, so today I ended up taking a long today, making $1,000. I I deadass could have made more. I deadass could have made an all-time high, but I did not even know how to take profits on Top Step X, bro. Which costed me literally so much money because I could have been up on my funded so much today. Um, but yeah, let me just explain the trade. So overall bias today was pretty bullish, I'd say. Previously we were coming on like a downtrend right over here, but we broke structure upwards at this high here, and then you can see this is kind of like a reversal while also tapping into this hourly fair value gap. So yes, this was kind of like a small retracement that we had, but overall my bias was still bullish. We also tapped into this hourly fair value gap. You can see it's a really small one, like a really tiny small one. But yeah, scale down to the 15 minute. Um, yeah, not much on the 15 minute. What I did focus on was just this 15-minute fair value gap that we had here. On top of that, we swept liquidity. So overall, like I said, bias was playing out correctly. Um, yeah, we did have a 15-minute fair value gap, a bearish one, but I wasn't too worried about it because we previously swept liquidity. I mean, yes, we did kind of tap into this liquidity here, and then you're kind of seeing some reaction, but overall, like I said, the structure or the trend of this is like we're on an uptrend. I don't see why we should be shorting because we swept this liquidity, and this is not even like a high time frame liquidity. Like I would be looking for shorts maybe if we swept this, or even this, right? But sweeping this, it's not enough, alright? And overall, high time frame, we're bullish. Alright, so we got the liquidity sweep on the 15-minute and the valid reaction on the with the 15-minute fair value gap. So scale down to the 5-minute, and what I liked about this is that we had a lot of confluence here. So we had the 5-minute inverse fair value gaps. You can see we ended up closing and tapping, or just reacting off the 5-minute fair value gap, and then just closed above here, which was really bullish. I put my position back there. On top of that, we never end up sweeping or like tapping into this high right over here for the liquidity. So in my opinion, I was like wanting to tap into that at least, and this meant that we were most likely to come back up again because we never even initially tapped in or even like, you know, came up to that area. So once we had like some kind of retracement, I was like, okay, this is like a really good entry to focus on. So this was my entry. So I'm kind of getting like used to futures and how contracts work. So my entries are not going to be that great right now, but I'll show you guys where I entered. So right over here. So we broke structure upwards. I mean, we were already like, yeah, we broke structure like way beyond, but overall, we broke structure here, and then we came down, retraced into these candles or these fair value gaps, and then had a huge upwards candle. Um, I think I entered one contract here, like right over here, and then I was like, oh, like my stop loss was literally at $300, which is like uh I'm like not putting enough for the contract size. So I had to wait, and luckily price ended up coming all the way down here, and then I put another contract here. So I had two contracts in this trade, and then my risk was 1% technically, but it was a little over 1%, which was around like $600. But ideally, that's already like 1% of my risk. So, um, because I'm using a $50,000 account. But after that, we were in some drawdown, which was kind of scary because we did have a bullish fair value gap here, but I specifically put my stops at this low because we had the 5 minute fair value gaps, we had the 1 minute fair value gaps, and you could also count this as a liquidity sweep if we end up coming down. But yeah, thankfully this fair value gap on the 1 minute was strong enough to take us to the heavens. So let me just discuss the take profits. Holy, what the heck. Alright, so um, also we had 7 o'clock news, which is kind of good because it came up bullish, which helped us a lot. But yeah, so our initial take profit was, I mean, this was not even a take profit. Once we reached this level, it was just a break even for me. But my initial take profit was a 1 to 2, so it was a 1 to 2 around here, and this is when I really wanted to take like my full position out. Well, not my full position. I wanted to sell one contract, but I didn't even know how to do that because like I'm so like new to it. Apparently, you're supposed to like right click it and then put like a sell limit or something like that. So this was my initial TP, which was a 1 to 3, which is actually crazy. And since actually, I think one of these were my initial TPs. I think it was this one though, because this would make sense. I would have one TP here, and then I would have had my second TP here. But either way, I ended up taking my full position out here at a 1 to 2. I could have taken one contract out here and then had my other one here. That would have been better. But overall, you could see literally price decided to sweep this high right over here. Um, this high right over here, which is like crazy. I mean, imagine I actually held for that long. That would have been like crazy, crazy. Literally like the most money I made. But yeah, we never happened to do that. So I gotta stop thinking that way, or I'm actually gonna get like my psychology messed up. But yeah, overall, you could see our long played out. It could have been better if I knew how to take goddamn profits on Top Step X, but what can I do? Can't complain. So that's my trade. Hope you guys learned something from it and you can use this to your advantage. Peace out.